Sustainable development. Everybody's talking about it. But what do those two words really mean? Let's take a couple of minutes to see what sustainable development is all about. The idea first emerged in the late 1980s as a response to the world's growing social and environmental problems. With globalization, the inequality gap between rich and poor countries is widening every day, and the projections for population growth are alarming. How are we going to feed a total of 9 billion people in 2050? How can we offer everyone access to clean drinking water, healthcare, education? How can we protect biodiversity and take concrete action against climate change? How can we make sure that industrial development means progress for everyone? The proposed solution was a new kind of development, or rather a variation of the traditional model called, quite simply, sustainable development. The term was officially defined in 1987 as part of the preparations for the Rio Earth Summit. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Does that sound a little abstract to you? Let's put it this way. Sustainable development means that growth must be accomplished with respect for nature and humankind. And where is sustainability achieved? Right here, at the crossroads of economic goals, social responsibility, and environmental protection. Now, are you wondering whether a company can combine respect for the environment, social equity, and commercial success? Well, the answer is yes. Not only that, but sustainable development creates value. Here's how. Upgrading production tools to use less energy and water is good for the environment and for the pocketbook. Offering eco-designed products and packaging that use just what's necessary saves materials and reduces shipping costs. Paying attention to employees, improving their quality of life at work, and helping them develop their skills all serve to strengthen their engagement. And stronger employee engagement means better overall performance. Creating products that are accessible to the world's poorest populations means opening new markets, the ones whose populations are going to grow the fastest between now and 2050. Monitoring the working conditions offered by suppliers and subcontractors means minimizing risks that could damage the company's image. As you can see, sustainable development affects just about everything. More and more companies today understand that they have important economic, social, and environmental responsibilities and are committed to making a difference. The ones that seize this opportunity to create value will find that their success is, in a word, sustainable.
Hello there. My name is Dr. Albert, and I specialize in workplace safety. Now, everywhere I go, people tend to agree that safety is no laughing matter. But what if I told you that there was a way to give your employees proper safety training while keeping them entertained and interested at the same time? Sound too good to be true? Well, that's where the new Wrong Way, Right Way safety cases from DuPont Sustainable Solutions comes into play. Cool, huh? You see, in the science of safety, we believe there are two basic ways to perform a task: the wrong way and the right way. When you perform a task the wrong way, it is dangerous, unprofessional, and can be life-threatening. But if you perform a task the right way in the workplace, it is efficient, safe, and meets with industry standards. That's why Wrong Way, Right Way takes both sides of all these safety issues into account.
Forklift blindfold challenge.
For each of these important training points, there is a short comedic Wrong Way sketch.
Look, there's no wet floor sign.
Showing how wrong you can go by not following the proper safety procedures.
So what's the answer?
Wrong. Each of the training points also has an informative right way section that follows industry standards and teaches workers how to go about their daily tasks safely and professionally.
Head protection found.
Whoa. You know, we actually just learned some safe lifting tips on how to avoid injury. Let me show you. First, you want to take a balanced stance, feet shoulder width apart. Grip the object with your whole hand, not just your fingers. Draw the object close to you, holding your elbows close to your body to keep the load and your body weight centered. Lift by straightening your legs. You have to let your legs, not your back, do the work. Maintain your neutral back position as you lift, and never twist at the waist when you're lifting.
You know, being alert to hazards and protecting ourselves by wearing the right PPE may not be new concepts, but they are definitely the wave of the future.
Right. Wrong way, right way, safety cases, inform, entertain, and make sure that your employees truly understand the importance of safety in the workplace. Wrong way, right way, from DuPont Sustainable Solutions. You can trust me, I'm a doctor. Okay, who put this in? Not funny?
Sustainability is becoming much more important to businesses today. Some of the really large corporates that we talk to, they're putting out pretty ambitious goals in the public domain.
The challenge that larger companies have is that only about 20% of the emissions they're responsible for are under their direct control. They can manage those by reducing the number of cups they use, the amount of paper they use, the amount of energy and water they waste. But 80% of their impact sits in their supply chain.
There's a supply chain sitting behind any product or even a service. When I go to the shops and I buy this scarf, for example, there's so many different stages in the production that have actually come together to get that to me as a consumer. That's where the bulk of the sustainability impact lies, whether that's environmental impacts.
Wasted water, wasted energy, wasted goods. It can be pollutions, emissions.
But also the human side.
Poor working conditions, child labour.
Often they actually exist in the suppliers or the suppliers' suppliers to that organisation. It's difficult to make supply chains more sustainable, partly because they're not really a simple chain. They're a complicated network of relationships. But also, the network is global, so for many products, the suppliers will be all over the world.
We're the only bank that has a network where we're close to these large buyers and we're close to the suppliers in many of these countries. So if you like, we can use our network to help them to reduce emissions in their network. There are two main ways that we can help these large buyers to meet their objectives. The first is that we can work with them to provide finance to the suppliers for the investments they need. Investments in things like water treatment plants, solar panels, heat exchangers, things that reduce the emissions of that company. And the second is we can use our supply chain finance programs so that we provide better financing price to the ones that meet the buyer's objectives and more expensive financing to those that don't.
We're also leveraging our charitable partnerships to support that shift. So we've had long-standing partnerships with WWF and with WaterAid, and we're working with those charities who build sustainability into what apparel and clothing factories are doing.
We've got this unique combination of our own geographic footprint, our presence on the ground where these suppliers are, our own sustainability objectives and desire to be more sustainable, and the objectives of our largest clients. They all sort of come together.
The buyer benefits because they've got more sustainable products to offer to their consumers. The supplier benefits because they may well improve their relationship with buyers and have more efficient processes. And obviously also the environment and the workers along those supply chains will benefit hugely as well. Really everyone wins.